Alright guys, welcome to today's video. If you don't know me, I am Craig Smith. I am a filmmaker, visual effects artist, and entrepreneur, if you want to call it that. Now today's video is going to be on the visual effects side of my experiences, which is a quick technique you can use in your short films, and that is an eye teleportation, or we'll just go with an eye effect, and you can apply it whichever way you want. So without further ado, I will jump into my editing software of choice, which is After Effects or Premiere Pro, both of which you can do the technique in pretty easily. So here we go.
Alright, so now that we are in After Effects, you will see that there are already some comps done for the location transition and having a reflection in your eye for various different film aspects. And then you've got your sort of demon eye look as well. The demon eye look is what we're going to do today. However, you can apply the exact same rules in this one to any other sort of aspect you want to do involving eye transitions. So first thing you're going to want to do is create a new comp with your clean plate width and height ratio in it. You then want to drag the video clip into the composition. Now for this one we're going to do 2 seconds, and you cut your video by doing Command D. Then drag your work area, that thicker bar, over to the end of your clip and go up to composition and down to trim comp work area, or Control Shift X. Once you've done that, you will want to go to your effects panel and go to Boris FX Mocha. Alternatively, you can go to Effect and then down to Boris Effect Mocha. It's the same principle, just different areas. For this one we're going to go to the effects panel and drag it across onto the video. Once you've done that, you will want to click the Mocha symbol and it will open up the new software. Once in Mocha, you will want to go to X-Spline, which is the little pen tool. Click that and then trace the element that you want to track. The more points you have, the more detailed the track. However, sometimes it can get a little bit confusing and can bog your system down, so using the most efficient amount for what you're wanting to track is probably the best in this case. Now once you've finished your track or your tracing, you can use the blue handles to smooth out the spline that you've used to get nice curves. This will come in handy when you have your masks at the end. Once you're happy with the outline and the smoothness of your path, you'll want to start tracking. So make sure with the playhead, wherever you have been doing it, there will be a keyframe noted by the backwards play arrow in green, and you want to track with the play arrow with a T inside it on the left hand side. Once you've done that, you will want to continue tracking everything. If it jumps like it did just there, you'll want to stop the track, move back to where it jumped, select the points that are drifting and move them back into their original position. With these movements, another little green keyframe will show in the timeline at the bottom. Once you're happy with all of the points, you can go back to continuing to track. If you would like to see more on tracking in Mocha, then please let me know down in the comments and I will do a video on it. However, for the purposes of this, I'm going to run through all the different tracks quickly, and I will meet you when we're about to go back into After Effects. Once you have all your tracks done and your layers appropriately named, such as layer 5 pupil, you can then go to the save icon in the top left hand corner, click that, and then close out, and you'll be back in After Effects. The first thing you'll want to do is create a solid, so go up to Layer, New, and Solid, and select the colour you want. We're going to go black for a demon look. Hit OK, and you'll be left with a black square. Go back to your source footage, go to Matte, then Visible Layers, and select the ones that you want with the Eye tool. Once you've selected it, close out of it, and then hit Create AE Mask. Hit M on your keyboard and it will show that it is automatically populated with the name for the layer that you tracked in Mocha. Now you'll want to copy and paste this onto the black solid layer. Once you've got that, you're wanting to disable on your source footage the mask, and you have the black solid tracked into your eye. Now there'll be an element of adjustment that you will have to do, and we're going to go into that next. Now you'll want to hit double tap M on your keyboard, it'll open up your mask properties, and then you want to feather it a bunch. Normally I find between 10 and 15 works quite well for this, but play around with it and see what works best for yourself. Next, to further blend, you're going to want to duplicate your source footage and then apply a new mask to it via the matte tab, the same way we did with the original mask for the white of the eye. Once you've got it in place, double tap M to open up the mask properties, making sure to adjust the correct mask, feathering, and seating the effect a little bit more. This is where the accuracy of your tracks comes in very handy. Visual effects is all about making it look as realistic as possible, therefore if you want to, you can do the same method as before, track the highlights and then input them on another copy of your base plate. If you would like to show the effect taking place on the eye, then create a mask for the pupil and then you play around with the keyframes for mask expansion, starting off at a negative value and ending on a fully positive. Now for the method that I used, I needed another clean plate with the white of the eye as an inverted mask so as it didn't expand over the rest of the image, as you'll see in a second. And as again with everything, you do need to apply a little bit of feathering to get rid of that harsh hard edge on your masks. Once that is done, you will end up with an effect kind of like this.
I'm going to leave it here. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. As I say, leave a comment down below, leave a like rating, and consider subscribing. Until next time guys, keep it real, hunt that thrill, peace.